Africa. Africa is the second largest continent. Africa is about 20% of the world's land. The oldest hominid remains were found in Africa. Africa is about 3 times the size of the United States. Ancient Egypt. Egypt is one of the 4 cradles of civilization of the Old World, that is, Afro-Eurasia, where writing arose independently of other cultures. Egypt influenced Greece and Rome, thus making a cultural mark on Europe. The following map depicts the height of the expansion of ancient Egypt in the 15th century BC. And you see in dark green areas firmly controlled by Egypt, in light green areas claimed by Egypt, and in white areas not controlled by Egypt. Carthage was the nemesis of the Roman Republic. Carthage was a North African city founded by Phoenicians. The Romans and Carthaginians fought 3 wars called Punic Wars, after the Roman word for Phoenicians. Rome won and destroyed Carthage in 146 BC. Later, a Roman city was built on the site and given the same name. And here we see the Carthaginian Empire at its height. The Roman Empire. The Romans conquered North Africa, including Egypt. Rome traded with other parts of Africa. Roman farmers moved to Africa and established colonies. North Africa became the breadbasket of the Romans. Christianity spread among the Romans in North Africa. After the Germanic Vandals sacked the city of Rome, they sailed to North Africa and occupied the former Roman colonies until the Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Romans, crushed them. Islam spread through the region shortly after it was established in Arabia. The Roman city of Carthage was conquered by Arab invaders in 697. Islam remains the dominant faith in North Africa today. Diverse biomes. Some have the impression that Africa is jungle or grassland, but the continent has many biomes. Africa includes deserts, mountains, tropical rainforest, and dry grasslands. While low-lying regions near the equator are hot, the climate of southern Africa is much cooler, more Mediterranean. The Nile River runs through Egypt. Egyptian civilization depended on the regular flooding of the Nile to irrigate and fertilize the land. The Nile is 4,132 miles long, making it the longest in the world. The Nile is inhabited by crocodiles, snakes, turtles, and hippopotami. And here we see the Nile. And you see that at the top there's just the Nile, and then there's a split between Blue Nile and White Nile, going up to Lake Victoria in Tanzania. The Congo River is 2,900 miles long, making it the second longest in Africa and the 9th in the world. The Congo River empties into the Atlantic Ocean at the city of Banana in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The river is a potential source of hydroelectric power generation for the region. And here we see the Congo River. Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest point in Africa at 19,340 feet. Mount Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, near the border with Kenya. Mount Kilimanjaro was formed as a volcano with 3 peaks. The tallest peak, Kibo, has a permanent ice pack at the top. And here we see a photograph of Mount Kibo from the 1930s from an airplane. The Atlas Mountains. The Atlas Mountains are found in northwestern Africa in the nations of Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. Mount Toubkal, at 13,665 feet, is the highest peak in the Atlas Mountains. Located in Morocco, it is known as a destination for skiing and hiking. The Berber people inhabit the Atlas Mountains. They are mainly adherents of Islam. And there you see the extent of the Atlas Mountains in red. The Sahara is the largest desert in the world at 3,320,000 square miles. A quarter of the Sahara is covered in sand dunes. Some sand ridges reach 1,000 feet in height. Little vegetation grows in the Sahara, and most grows near oases or rivers at the edge of the desert near the Atlas Mountains. And there you can see the Sahara in tan. Ten most populous nations of Africa: Nigeria, Ethiopia, Egypt, Congo, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Algeria, Uganda, and Sudan. Nigeria, the capital is Abuja, and the population is 184 million, making it the most populous nation in Africa. Ethiopia, capital, Addis Ababa, population 99 million. Egypt, capital, Cairo, population 85 million. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, capital, Kinshasa, population 71 million. South Africa, capital. The government of South Africa is not located in one city, but divided and seated in 3 cities: Pretoria for the administrative or executive branch, Cape Town for the legislature, and Bloemfontein for the judicial. Population is 53 million. Tanzania, capital Dodoma, population 52 million. Kenya, capital Nairobi, population 47 million. Algeria, capital Algiers, population 41 million. Uganda, capital Kampala, population 41 million. Sudan, capital Khartoum, population 40 million. In conclusion, Africa is a large continent with diverse biomes and populations. Humanity began in Africa and spread from there to Asia and Europe. Egypt was one of the 4 places in the Old World that invented writing, making it a cradle of civilization.